Grand Theft Auto Remastered Definitive Edition has been fixed, everyone. They fixed it. Everything is working better.
As long as you've got the money to pay for it.
So we're just going to talk about this quote here. So it's the president. The president came out and said, "This one is totally on us." Sam Houser, president of Rockstar Games. Maybe I should have read more. I thought I was looking into other paragraphs. Anyways, we threw around words like definitive and Grand Theft Auto release and failed to include what's become the hallmark of franchises formerly associated with groundbreaking innovation and generation-defining gaming experiences. So starting today, a patch will update all 3 games so that you may buy in-game currency to upgrade your character and vehicle as you see fit. Finally, these games are complete. Thank you to the players for letting us know we fell short.
And I looked around. I assumed this was a parody site where they were making a joke. Every other article I read on this website, harddrive.net, was a legitimate article about video games. So that I know of, that is a quote. And this is a legitimate article where they feel that, instead of fixing the rain, giving you a special umbrella that you can buy for $9.99 so that you don't have to see the rain is a solution to a problem.
Yeah, this next one is from somebody who was criticizing the game. "Oh my God, this game needs 50 things addressed, and taking more of my money was not one of them," said Glenn Turton, a disappointed gamer that bought Grand Theft Auto Trilogy the day it was released. "They slapped these versions of my favorite games together and crapped them out." He's going easy on them, in my opinion.
Well, we talked about this before.
What's that?
We talked about this before. Avery believes that these are just ports from versions of the game that they designed.
There's no belief. It's a fact. It's a fact. They ported these games from the cell phones because I remember when they came out on Android and I was all about it. And back then, this was a long ass time ago when I was super into cell phones. And when these games came out, you'd be able to get them for free on the Amazon Android app store. And so I had them. And they worked fine on the phone. I didn't like playing on the phone like that. Like the whole digital D-pad and everything.
It felt weird.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
And so he goes on to say, "They slapped these versions of my favorite games together and crapped them out, fully coasting on their beloved status." He's not wrong. "And now, instead of fixing the glaring mistakes, they added a storefront. It doesn't even make sense. Did I die in 2003? I died in 2003, didn't I?" Well, your games haven't really moved on from 2003. That's for sure.
Well, your Rockstar games haven't.
Not those ones. Red Dead 2.
I mean, let's be honest. And
Grand Theft Auto 5.
If you could come up with something in 2013 and continue to make billions of dollars a year on it every year, would you bother doing anything else?
Well, how old is Grand Theft Auto 5?
I would just buy myself another yacht so that I had a spare one in the Caribbean.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5 came out on the PS3. 2 consoles generations ago.
Yeah.
So, and he just said, Emmanuel just said that they're coming out with new DLC next month.
On December 15th, they're adding a new expansion with one of the main characters.
Franklin,
yeah. He has an agency now in GTA Online.
It's going to be an online expansion, so they're still not going to add any single-player content.
Now, weren't they supposed to come out with single-player content for the PS5?
I don't know.
Or was I crazy when I saw that? And really, that's what they're doing, is they're slow rolling out what the content that everyone thought was going to be single player because it included Franklin and Trevor, but it's really just online stuff where they're like a hub for you to go get missions now. I should research that more.
He's probably gonna call you on the phone like a lot of the DLCs. So Franklin's gonna call you. He's gonna be another kind of annoying contact on your phone that calls you when you're doing something else. As soon as you launch the game, it's gonna keep calling you.
So I think there's something to be summed up from these last 2 articles with Rockstar and Activision. Stop pre-ordering these games. Wait. Find out what's really going on. Be spend your money better. Don't let them pull this kind of crap on you. I stopped buying. I was an avid 2K player, NBA 2K. I haven't played. I think the last one I bought was the one with Kyrie Irving on the cover, which was 2K18, and it was trash. And you know what? It hasn't changed since. So I'm done. Stop pre-ordering games and wait for it to come out, and then wait, because people are always going to buy it before you. Wait for people to actually say what's going on. There's going to be YouTubers that aren't in the pockets of these video games, not like Kotaku and Polygon and all these places where they have to give the glowing reviews because otherwise they won't get the early access. But there's going to be YouTubers and all sorts of people who are going to buy these games anyways because they need to create content. Let them hear what they have to say. Like, otherwise you're just wasting your money. We need to stop giving these companies money like this. I admit I did the same thing with CD Projekt Red with Cyberpunk. I pre-ordered Cyberpunk because I had faith in their Witcher 3. And I knew Witcher 3 came out broken, and I was kind of expecting Cyberpunk to be broken, but not like that. Like, never would I have guessed it would have been like that.
Yeah, no, you expect, look, Bethesda, perfect example.
Yes.
I expect a Bethesda game to come out with some bugs in it. There's going to be glitches. But there's also a certain quality to the game. There's a reason why you can buy Elder Scrolls for your microwave oven. And that's because they eventually work all that stuff out and you have solid games that you can play.
Yeah.
But they're never so broken when they launch that they're absolutely unplayable. It's generally speaking, it's minor bugs. Like, when you hop on your horse rides you around for a little bit. I can deal with that.
Right. So here's my thing with that is, though, when you buy a fridge, when you buy that microwave you can play Skyrim on, do you have to wait for a day one update?
Even if I do, I can still go down to Best Buy and I can buy that microwave oven and get the day one update for my Skyrim game and play it. I'm still waiting for my PS5.
No. I'm saying the day one update that actually requires your microwave to heat things up.
Wait. I mean, day one updates are a thing. That's what we're going to live with in a day and age where games are being printed months and months in advance.
If people stop pre-ordering games, the day one update will become okay. There will be day one updates, but there won't be gigs.
Well, yeah. Well, it depends.
I think we give these companies way too much benefit of the doubt.
I kind of want to bring.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, Chris. I wasn't sure that I wanted a system that was diskless, but I got my Xbox Series S. It does not have a drive on it. I haven't cared yet. Like I've every game I've wanted to play, I haven't had. Honestly, every game I've wanted to play took almost about as much time to download as my day one patch would have taken. So, I'm seriously considering it. I don't need this for my entertainment center. I've got a 4K Blu-ray player, that's just for that. So I don't need my gaming system to be my media center.
No, let's go back to the Xbox One release, where everyone was bitching about, because that's all Microsoft wanted it to be.
Right.
And they ended up taking out a bunch of stuff and people were complaining and whatnot. And I didn't care. I wasn't going to get an Xbox anyways, but that was a big problem. And they scaled back a lot of the features that they came out with, which, I mean, an always online gaming system shouldn't be required. You should be able to be online always, but you should be able to buy your discs if that's your thing. Look.
Right.
I bought a disc. I don't trust digital media anymore. So, yeah. And I have good reason to not trust digital media. I was one of the leading edge digital media investors because I bought into this company called OnLive, and they had a better service than Steam could have wished for. Now, they didn't have the catalog, but I had a crappy ass computer and I could play any game. Just like what Nvidia's doing with their, what is that called?
The
GeForce? Nvidia GeForce? No, it's not GeForce.
They have a cloud streaming platform called GeForce Now, where
GeForce Now
you can so like you can go onto your phone and you sign into this beta. Well, I don't know if you can sign up for this beta now because it's a huge queue.
It's been a while.
I tried to sign up for it. I'm still waiting for my email. It's probably never gonna happen. But you can stream games from the cloud onto your phone. So as long as you have good Wi-Fi, you can stream any high demanding game right onto your phone and play it just like that. Like you can play Destiny 2 on your phone. You can play Halo Infinite on your phone or tablet, and use the NVIDIA's servers and just connect it directly to your phone, so you can play it.
And so that's what OnLive was. It didn't have the phone. It was in a box. This was like 10 years ago. Well, no, I played it on. So I played this on my laptop, and then they had this deal where if I pre-ordered Darksiders 2 for 50% off, they'd give me Darksiders 2 and then send me their little box that all it had was a power plug and an HDMI connection. I plugged it into my TV and set up the Wi-Fi, and it just worked. It was beautiful.
And the controller was nice too.
The company got bought out, and then I want to say GameStop bought them out. I'm not sure on that, but whoever bought them out just closed it down. So I lost out on roughly $300 of video games that I can't have anymore.
I mean, I can understand that. You're making a valid argument for why digital media is potentially a bad idea. In that same respect, though, it is the direction we're going. Now, I agree with you. The thing about the Xbox One is they had a setup where even if you wanted to play a solo player game, your system had to connect at least, I think it was like at least every 6 or 7 days to an online service, which meant that if you lived on a farm in the middle of Nebraska, you weren't going to buy an Xbox One. I think they've gotten away from that. It didn't work out so well for them.
Yeah, they did. They walked a lot of that stuff back after they made a lot of those announcements real fast.